welcome to episode 7 of Moments of Hope. That was my TV announcer voice. I'm not sure why I slipped into that. But we're glad that you're tuning in today. We're still doing these Moments of Hope, and we will continue to do so until we can gather back in person, which hopefully won't be too long. There is some light at the end of the tunnel. So today's story comes from a trip that I had to California a couple of years ago. I was speaking at a conference out there, and we flew into town a day early, and we had some hours to kill, and so we decided that I wanted to go and revisit Hollywood Boulevard. I'd been there about 20 years before, and it's really the epicenter of all things Hollywood. You can walk down the street and you can see the Hollywood sign in the background. And of course there's the Walk of Fame, where you see the stars in the sidewalk that remind you of some famous actors and folks of notoriety and personality. But truth be told, this isn't the nicest part of town. And honestly, it's a little bit trashy now. So as we're walking up and down trying to find something to do, we come across this museum. I'm always interested in museums, always have been, and this is called the Museum of Broken Relationships. And this intrigued me a lot because I like museums, I love history. I care deeply and like to investigate relationships a lot. And then I realized that so much of our life is wrapped up in brokenness. So the Museum of Broken Relationships was something that intrigued me because I had no idea what kind of artifacts would be in such a museum. And so we went in and we found this space dedicated to relationships that had broken. So on one display there was a wedding dress, because this couple was so deeply in love, and the wife, when the relationship ended, didn't want to get rid of the wedding dress, so she donated it to the museum. I remember there was another artifact of a very cute Monopoly game that a couple had put together. It was called Me and You Monopoly. Had all their favorite places listed as squares, but then when Me and You ended, me or you or whoever didn't know what to do with the game, so they decided to send it to the Museum of Broken Relationships. It was a fascinating testimony to the fact that relationships are really, really hard. And so we went through the museum, and as we prepared to exit, of course you exit right into the gift shop. What kind of things could they be selling at this gift shop, you ask? Well, it was your normal kind of trash and trinkets. Just another excuse to try and make some money. But as I was looking around, I found this eraser. And it's called a Bad Memories eraser. Can you see that? The Bad Memories eraser. And I thought, man, let me see if it works. And so I paid a couple of dollars and I bought this Bad Memories eraser. Scratched my head with it. But some of my bad memories were still there. I reviewed some of the journals of some of my hard times in life and got out the eraser and tried to erase it, but the bad memories were still there. Then of course it dawned on me that the way to deal with bad memories is not by trying to erase them, to try and rub them out. Because God has given us a different kind of bad memory eraser. It's a lot harder work. It's a lot more difficult, but it's a lot more effective. And it's called forgiveness. You see, we are surrounded by broken relationships. We're in all kinds of broken relationships. And the way to fix broken relationships is by forgiveness. First of all, in forgiveness, we have to get right with God. We have to ask Him to forgive our brokenness. And then we have to seek forgiveness for those that we've hurt, for those that we've wounded, for those relationships that we've broken. And then maybe some folks will need to apologize to us. And if they do, we need to figure out how we can forgive them. And it's not easy and it's hard work, but it's the only thing that can fix broken relationships. Here's the good news. Here's the moment of hope today. Forgiveness is available for your relationships. It was won for us and given to us by Christ. As people who follow Christ, as people who follow the relational God in relational ways, we must be quick to extend the forgiveness of Christ to one another. The hope for all relationships doesn't start just by erasing the bad memories. It starts by doing the very difficult work of bringing forgiveness to them. I hope today that as you go about your day, you won't further stretch or break relationships, but that you would strengthen and heal relationships. Not because you're erasing the past, but because you're bringing the forgiveness of Christ into the past. Thanks for listening today. Again, if you were encouraged by this message, I'd encourage you to like it and to share it so that we can share the hope with others. But again, thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Stay safe. And may the God who forgives you in Christ bless you today.